Hey, what's up everybody? Wes here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's a great day because we're going to be installing some Raptor lights on my 2021 Tacoma. So we got these lights compliments of 3B Makers. They have an Etsy site which I've linked below, and it's the website that you see here. They've got a lot of really cool products that they make and sell. Two of those being the bezels that we're going to use for this installation to make everything snap into the grill, and then this awesome little gas cap holder that I'll touch more on later. And again, this installation is a breeze. Anybody with some minor technical skills can accomplish this in 15 minutes or less, but this video is going to walk you through it step by step. So without further ado, let's jump right in and get these installed. So you're going to need a set of either 3 or 4 Raptor lights. They can easily be found online. I'll put a link below for you. I went ahead and went with the smoked lens and the white LEDs for this project. You're also going to need a complete wiring harness with an antifuse, and then the bezels, which is sold by 3B Makers on their Etsy website. And you can see they're all composite material here, very durable. They have clips, they'll clip it right into the grill. And it's important to note that each one has a different code on the back. This says CL for center left. So basically we're dealing with center and outside codes on the back of these, and they're going to go right here in the very top row of the grill only. And just to clarify, this right here, you'll see the OL, that's for the outside left. We've got our center left, center right, and last but not least, our outside right. And these are laid out in order just the way I read them. So next thing we're going to do is take our bezels and the Raptor lights that we've purchased and go ahead and just click them right into place. So you'll slide the wire in, and then the light's actually going to click. You'll feel it click and you'll hear it. Fits really snugly, and we just want to go ahead and get that taken care of for all 4 of our lights. Get everything inserted into the bezels, and then we'll move forward to the next step. Once everything's connected, it's time to pop the hood and get everything set up for installation. And what I suggest is lay everything out left to right in order. That way when you start inserting these, there's no confusion. Okay, so here's our outside left bezel. It's going to go in the outside left part of the grill, and these will easily from behind click in, but to make it easier for you to see, I went ahead and took the grill off just for demonstration purposes. This is definitely not something that you have to do. So I'm going to take my first bezel and just kind of lay it in at an angle, and once it's laid in there, you just push this clip and it snaps right in. Very snug, very easy, definitely no pressure. It just clicks right into place. And so now we're going to move on to our second one, do the same thing, and it goes right in. So we're just going to go ahead and get all 4 of these clicked in, and we'll move on to the next step. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised that you can't really see these inside the grill. I was kind of worried about that, having this white grill, and once you step back, they kind of disappear, which is definitely a plus in my book. Okay, so now that everything's hooked up, we're going to move on to the wiring harness. There's 4 connectors for the lights we just installed, a ground, and then a power. And then the power is where your antifuse is going to click right into, and I'll show you exactly how to get this set up. It's very easy to do. This should only take a couple of minutes. The easiest way to do this is take your harness and just stick it right in here where your hood pin is, and just put the wires down in there. Give yourself a little bit of room to work because you're going to be connecting all 4 of the lights up. So I'm just going to take the first part of the harness here and reach down and grab the first light. This was our outside left, and we'll just click it right into place. Once it clicks in, you'll feel it, and you're good to go. Next, we'll reach down and grab our second harness. This is the inside left, and we'll do the same thing. Just click it into place, and then we'll move right down the line. Get our third one in, and then reach over and get our fourth one. That's our outside right, and then everything is clicked into place. Our harness is connected, and now what we're going to have to do is run this around to the fuse box right here behind the battery. The best way I found to do this was just to take the excess cord and run it up under the hood mount here, or the grill mount. And once you get out through here, there's a little bit of a plastic dam right here, and there's a hole in it. And what you can do is just run the cord right through this hole. You'll see it pop out the other side, and then just reach down and pull that through. Once we get that through, the best thing you can do is just bend your cord, and we're going to put it right through this hole towards the battery. So just make a little bend in your cord, push it through. You'll see it come right out the other side here. And once you've got that, just go ahead and pull your slack through, and then you've got everything set up on this side ready to go into the fuse box. So we'll just let the cord dangle here for the time being, and the next thing we're going to need to do is reach up here right behind the battery, and that's our fuse box, and that's where we're going to hook this cord into. So they've got little clips. There's one here, one on the back side, and there's one also kind of hidden here right behind the ground cable of the battery. It's harder to get to, but it's definitely no problem. Just reach in and pinch it, and once you've got all these clips pushed in, the top will come right off of your fuse box, and we'll go ahead and move into the next step. So what we're looking at here in the fuse box is the bottom here, the 10 amp HLP RHLO, and we're going to basically take our fuse puller. This should come supplied with your truck, and just flip it around to where you have the pointed end down, reach in and grab that 10 amp fuse and pull it right out, and just set it inside the lid. And then we're going to add our add-a-fuse. So it comes with the 15 amp fuse, but we're going to add our 10 amp that we just pulled out of the empty slot and then push it into our add-a-fuse. Once that's set up, just take the add-a-fuse and replace it right back into that empty slot where the 10 came from. It should just click right in, and then you're ready to go. So now we'll go ahead and take our power part of the add-a-fuse, and we'll reach down and grab our harness that was dangling, get that connected. You just push this right in and make sure it's securely connected. And now we're going to move on to the ground. So the ground is also on the same harness, and you see a ground wire here that your battery goes to. Just take a 10mm bolt and pull that off, and then just enough to get this hook on there, and then just hand tighten it till it's snug. And then once you've got that part done, take your 10mm again and just give it a final tighten. That way everything's good and secure, and you're not going to have any battery issues. Now, you don't have to do anything overly fancy with your red wire here, but your fuse box lid is going to pinch it just a little bit, but it's not going to cause any issues. I've been running mine with no problems. It just clips right in, all the clips fit in, and you're still good to go. Now they're all hooked up, before we actually test our lights, I'm going to show you guys this awesome little piece that came from 3B Makers. It's the gas cap holder. Some people take their gas caps and they'll hang them here to keep them from dangling against the side of the truck, but it wears out your cord. Eventually that's going to break doing that. So what they've came up with is this cool little device here. It's all composite just like the bezels are, and it slides into here. You just give it a twist and it's in there securely. So when you go to the pumps, just take your gas cap and set it right in. It's not going to lean up against your truck. It's not going to scratch it, cause any issues with the gas touching it, and everything closes up nice and secure. So definitely something worth checking out. Alright everybody, so here it is. We powered everything up. The lights are powered from the fuse box, and everything came on immediately. I actually didn't have to go back and do any troubleshooting. It just came right on, just like it's supposed to. So I kind of got a few different shots here just to give you an idea. Again, these are for the top row, and I've just got the stock headlights, but these things look great. They're super bright, they blend in, and the darker it gets, it looks even better. My grill being white, I like that you can't see these lights inside there unless you're right up on them. But these things are definitely a good addition. I wasn't sure if this is something I was going to like, but I definitely really like it, especially on this truck being all white and then the white lights. I'm hoping at some point in the near future to swap out my stock headlights, either change the bulb or upgrade those to a Morimoto, something that looks a little more aftermarket to match these lights in the grill, because they look great. But again, a big shout out to 3B Makers for making this video possible. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you have any questions about the installation, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And definitely stay tuned, because I've got some other plans with this truck, some different things I want to try to do. I'm hoping to complete the Viper cut here within the next couple of weeks, and I'll post the results. Alright, thanks guys.